Hi, beautiful people. You know what time it is. I'm going to read to you again from my book coming out in September. This one's called Surrender in the Jungle. By the time I arrived in Peru, I already knew the jungle wasn't here to coddle me. I sat in ceremony before, in Brazil, in Panama, but this time felt different. It felt older, wilder, more ancient, more serious, more sacred. I hadn't come looking for a breakthrough or a spiritual high. I wasn't chasing answers or trying to outrun my pain. I was there to meet myself, the parts still buried, still clinging, still convinced they couldn't think their way through the hurt. I had committed to 3 weeks, no Wi-Fi, no distractions, just me, the jungle, my group, and a 7th-generation shaman whose presence carried the weight of something timeless. The jungle itself was alive, visceral, and unapologetic. The air clung to my skin like it knew me. Thick and heavy, it wrapped around my body like a human truth I couldn't even avoid. Even my breath felt like a reckoning. The Maloka where we gathered was unlike anything I'd experienced before. Circular hut, deep in the belly of the jungle. No walls, just sheer mosquito netting. The smell of Palo Santo mingled with sharp, bitter herbs. Bugs crawled freely across the floor. Spiders, roaches, wasps. There was no illusion of control here. No sanitized sacredness. Nothing curated. It was raw, primal, and alive. And everything that made my skin crawl was also part of the medicine. On the first night, the ceremony began as I sat cross-legged on my mat, my body tense, my mind scanning. I wasn't afraid exactly, but I wasn't settled either. My nervous system was alert, tracking every movement, every sound, every shift in the air. I was watching myself more than I was present in myself. The medicine that night was gentle, far gentler than I expected. It didn't crack me open with psychedelic visions or transport me into past lives. It was quiet, subtle, slow, and I found myself disappointed. I thought I had come for more. I wanted the dramatic unraveling. I was ready to be broken open. Instead, I was being asked to sit, to feel, to wait. And that's when the jungle spoke, not with words, but through a sting. A wasp landed on my face and drove its stinger just beneath my chin. The pain was immediate, sharp, hot, and searing. And right behind the pain came my ego. Why me? What did I do wrong? Why now? I turned the sting into judgment, assumed it meant I was being punished. That maybe I wasn't ready for this after all. Maybe I was too much, too unworthy, too broken. But somewhere deeper, I remember what I had been told. The jungle doesn't punish, it reveals. The sting was a mirror, a message, a wake-up. It showed me I was still holding on, still gripping, still bargaining with the sacred. I surrender, as long as it doesn't hurt too much. But really, surrender doesn't ask for conditions. It doesn't prioritize comfort. It asks for trust. I didn't purge that night, not in the physical sense, but something moved through me. I felt the release in my jaw, the space between my ribs. I stopped analyzing. I let it move through me without explanation. And then came night 2. Another ceremony, another wasp, another sting. 2 nights, 2 stings. It wasn't a coincidence. It was an initiation. The jungle wasn't trying to humble me. It was teaching me that discomfort is a doorway, that pain isn't something to be avoided. It's something to move through, that trying to bypass it is what keeps it locked in the body. I surrender, I trust, I am safe. Not because I fully believed it yet, but because I wanted to. And that willingness, that single trembling desire, to trust something beyond my fear, that was the medicine. Surrender isn't always graceful. It's not always soft or serene or wrapped in goddess language. Sometimes it's raw. Sometimes it's shaking and silent. Sometimes it's choosing to stay in your body when everything in you wants to run. Sometimes surrender stinks, no pun intended. But those moments were sacred. Every crawling, buzzing, unbearable second was part of the invitation. By the end of the 3 weeks, I wasn't the same. I had left something ancient move through me. I had let the jungle touch the parts of me I still tried to hide, the fear, the control, the desperation, to feel safe while keeping one foot on the brake. And the jungle didn't meet me with softness, it met me with presence. It said, if you want to lead, you must let life lead you first. Let it sting, let it shake you, let it soften you. If you want to read more, my book is coming out at the end of September. Have an amazing day. I love you.